Good morning. We're just going to wait a minute or so to get started. Just make sure you're in a comfortable position. Phone is on Do Not Disturb so you don't get any annoying texts or calls while we're meditating. All right, let's get rolling. So I'm Luke from Skywalker Yoga and Fitness, and today we're just going to be doing a breath and body check-in, gradually scanning through the body as we go. For the purpose of this meditation, just make sure you're somewhere quiet where you're unlikely to be disturbed for the next half hour or so. You can do this seated or lying down, whichever feels more comfortable to you. So when you're ready, settle in. Just make any little adjustments you need to get as comfortable as possible. Allow your eyes to soften or close. And just take a moment to welcome yourself into this space and into your practice today. Giving yourself permission to set aside any anxieties or worries for the next half hour. And just be present here with your breath and with your body. We'll start our practice today by synchronizing our heartbeats with a few rounds of breath together. So wherever you are in your cycle of breath, just exhale to press all of the air out. Take a big breath in through the nose. Hold it at the top. And release. Big breath in. Hold at the top. And let it go. In through the nose. Hold. Out through the mouth. Big breath in. Hold. Full breath out. We'll take one more cycle through. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. You can allow your breath to return to a natural rhythm here. If you'd like to continue that specific tempo, it's breathing in for 4, holding for 4, and then exhaling for 8. Either way, settle in to whichever breath feels most natural and most comfortable to you at this point. Just noticing where you feel expansion in the body as you inhale. Anywhere you feel a release or need to release on your exhale. Letting that expansion spread out from the center of your body into the limbs, breathing into all of your fingers and toes. Exhale to let tension melt away from head to toe. Take a few more breaths, just focusing on that. Letting your inhale fill up your entire body with oxygen. Letting your exhale soften and relax. Start to just observe that little space, that little pause in between the inhale and the exhale. A little moment of stillness and silence in between each breath. And in a way, your breath resembles a standard life cycle. Inhaling being the future, holding being the present, and exhaling resembling the past or letting go of the past. Think about that for a few rounds of breath. Just inhaling, welcoming in whatever's to come. That pause between the breath, just honoring the present moment. That exhale is letting go of the past, letting go of anything that's no longer serving you. This idea of welcoming in the future doesn't have to come with any specific imagery. It can more just be a feeling or a knowingness that you'll be ready for the future because you're taking this time to honor where you are in the present and taking this time to let go of anything that's no longer serving you in the past. One more complete cycle of breath here. Big inhale through the nose. Pause between the breath and exhale. Allow your awareness to float up to the crown of your head. We're just going to begin a very, very slow scan down the body, checking in with each part of the body, seeing where you're holding on to any kind of physical or emotional tension. Starting with the crown of your head, letting the top of your head start to relax with your breath. Inhaling expansion, holding to honor where you are, exhaling to let it go and melt away. Feeling the muscles of the scalp start to soften and let go. And we'll do the same thing with every part of the body you come across that's holding on to any kind of tension or stress. So gradually just follow your breath down the body, moving into the forehead, the temples, brow bone, noticing if you're holding on or squeezing here at all, or furrowing your brow. See if you can let that relax, let your forehead smooth out. As you do, maybe your eyelids start to soften as well, just letting go of tension you're holding on to in the eyes. Letting your lids rest softly and naturally closed, not squeezing. Following that relaxation, that breath down into the sinus cavities, the cheeks, the muscles of the jaw. It's relaxing so much here that your jaw hangs open. Letting that relaxation travel down into the muscles around the mouth. Letting the tongue relax inside the mouth. Chin relaxes. And wrapping that relaxation all the way around to the back of your head, relaxing your entire head now. Following that breath down to the muscles of the neck, the throat, the upper spine. Letting that breath flow down into your shoulders, your collarbone, upper back, the shoulder blades. Expanding on your inhale, honoring where you are in the present, and exhaling to let any stress or tension melt away. Following that breath down into the upper arms, wrapping around through the armpits to the biceps, and around to the back of the arms to the triceps, reaching from your shoulder all the way down to your elbows, Just relaxing that entire upper arm. Sending oxygen to each part of the body, just helping yourself to let go and relax. Following that breath down into the forearms, the wrists, gradually into the hands and the fingers, just relaxing the entire arms now from shoulder to fingertip. Bring that relaxation from your entire arms back up into your shoulders. Let's focus on the upper chest here. All the muscles of the pectoralis complex, everything in the chest, upper and middle back as well. The breath wraps around 360 degrees. Expanding in every direction on your inhale. Letting go on your exhale. Working your way down into the rib cage. Focusing 360 degrees here, your ribs expand in every direction with your inhale. And release in every direction on your exhale. Following that breath down into your lower belly and to the lower back. Just breathing into and expanding these two parts of the body. Really feeling that breath in your lower back. Exhaling to let go of any tension here. Letting that relaxation melt down into your pelvis, into the muscles of the groin and the glutes. Relaxing the hip complex on each side. So that your entire lower torso is now relaxed. Now begin to follow that breath down into the muscles of the thighs, melting down from the hips and glutes into the quadriceps and the front side of the legs, the inner thighs, the hamstrings, back of the legs, wrapping all the way around to the outer thighs, circling 360 degrees around the legs, relaxing them entirely. letting that relaxation melt down through the knees, into the calves and the shins. Working all the way down to the ankles, softening and relaxing every muscle in the lower legs. Letting that relaxation sweep down to the tops of your feet. And melt down and around to the soles of your feet, healing the heels, the arches, the balls of your feet. Moving into the toes and completely relaxing the toes here. Relaxing the entire body now from head to toe. Inhaling, knowing you can handle anything that life is going to throw at you. Pausing, honoring where you are in the present, thanking yourself for getting this far. Exhaling to let go of anything that's no longer serving you. Filling up the entire body with oxygen on your inhale. Letting it heal you on the pause. Releasing tension on the exhale. If you identified any areas as we were moving through where you felt like you were holding on a little bit tighter, or maybe holding on to some emotion, bring your attention back to those specific areas. Allow that tension or emotion to just come to the surface. See if you can unpack that just a little bit, see what that's about. Knowing that this is a safe space to take an objective look at what it is you're holding on to. Just an opportunity to understand those parts of yourself a little bit better. To honor and accept where you are with that thing. And maybe just give yourself permission to let some of that go, or at the very least, show yourself a little bit of compassion. Many of us spend so much time taking care of the people that we love and supporting the people around us, that we forget or neglect to take the time to check in with ourselves and offer ourselves that same kind of support and healing. Know that it's okay to do this. It doesn't make you selfish. It doesn't diminish your capacity to give and to nurture other people. And in fact, when you take this time to honor yourself in this way and give yourself this time to express compassion and to heal, you actually improve your capacity to help nurture others while maintaining good, healthy boundaries, so you're not taking on so much of that stress. that's easier said than done. This type of practice is one way that you can hone that skill over time. Being present with yourself now will allow you to hold space for others more effectively. Once you feel like you're in a place where you've allowed those things to surface, you've been able to exercise some compassion toward those parts of yourself. Just start to ask yourself the question, what do I need right now? Or what do I need to hear most right now? What would put your heart and your mind at ease in this moment? And can you step outside of yourself for just a moment? Turn around and say that thing to yourself. Give yourself that compassion, that nurturing. That good energy and support that you spend so much time giving to others. Next inhale, start to just acknowledge everything that's come up for you during your practice today. On the pause, just thank those things. Give a little bit of gratitude to the parts of you that showed up and the lessons that they came to teach you. Just thank them for the clarity they've provided. As you exhale, just allow those things to start to melt away. Give them permission to leave. Knowing that those little points of contention or stress don't need to take up so much space in our lives. Knowing that you can always come back to this practice of letting go if you start to feel that stress build up more over time. Thank thanking yourself now for showing up, for holding this space for yourself, honoring where you are in this moment, and exhaling to let go of anything that's no longer serving your higher purpose. Your next breath in, fill up your entire body with oxygen. As you exhale, sigh the breath out. Slowly allow some small movements to come back into your fingers and toes. Gently roll out the wrists and the ankles. When you feel ready, take one more big final breath in. As you exhale, slowly open your eyes. Thank you for joining me this morning. And may you walk through the rest of your day knowing your own worthiness of love, fulfillment, success, joy, and good health. Thank you. Have a good day.